Okay, second graders, we are back to our end of selection test. So we'll go ahead and put your name at the top, Put your name at the top, Put your name at the top, so if we lose it, we can find it. Put your name at the top, All right, the directions say read each sentence, fill in the circle next to the word that fills the blank. Number 1. Please close the door. Our answer. Number 2. Blank got a chance to play. Everybody, chair, puzzled. Number 3. Fred blank the items for the teacher asked for. Ooh, let me read that again. I'm sorry. Fred blank the items the teacher asked for. Promise, garden, brought. Number 4. I am blank that I made a mistake. Valley, sorry, under. Number 5. The stew will be ready to serve in 1 behind minute question. All right, remember, if at any time you need to go back, pause, rewind, and go back to where you needed the help. Also, if at any time you need help, raise your hand and I'd be happy to help. Go to the next page, please. All right, we are on the phonics part. You should be on page 56. So if you look down here, it says 56. And it should be on the phonics part. Here are the directions. Read each sentence and the question that follows it. Fill in the circle next to the answer. Number 6. I sent the letter in the rain. Which word has the same sound as the AI in rain? Which word has the A sound? Paid, fan, glad. Number 7. May is my favorite month. Which word has the same sound as the AY in May? So the A sound. Lamp, mad, pain. Number 8. The main building is closed tomorrow. Which word has the same sound as the AI in Maine? Doesn't have to be spelled the same. It just has to have the A sound. Habit, main, said. Number 9. Hugo is having a party today. Which word has the same sound as the A in today? Boat, brain, pan. Number 10. The squirrel hid the acorn carefully. Which word has the same sound as the A in acorn? Aunt, stay, slap. Go to the next page, please. Okay, second graders, you should be on the comprehension part, and the story is called The Three Brothers. Okay, follow along as I read. Follow along with your finger on your page or with your eyes. Okay, here I go. Remember, you're going to have to go back to this story and underline where you find the answers for the questions on the next page. I would make sure you are listening, and I also would make sure that you are following along and that you can go back. Here we go. Once upon a time, there were 3 brothers. The oldest brother was named Andy. The middle brother was named Nick. The youngest brother was called John. Andy and Nick wanted to make money. They wanted to leave the village and go out into the world. John did not care about becoming rich, but he was friendly, and he went along too. After 7 weeks, the brothers came to a town. They found the people having fun and eating a lot of food. Andy liked to eat. He met Barbara, the girl who had cooked and sold all the food. They became husband and wife, and he stayed in the town. Nick and John went on their way. After 7 weeks, they came to a large city. Nick stepped on something hard in the street. He bent down and picked it up. It was a lump of gold. "I'm rich!" cried Nick. "I will stay here in the city and buy a fine house to live in." John was happy that his brothers had found their riches. He walked on. After 7 weeks, he arrived back in his own village. John opened the door of the house. There was the table and the stove. There was his little bed in the corner. Home is best after all, John thought. I have all my riches right here. Okay, now you are going to go to the next page and answer the questions about this story. Please make sure you come back and find the answers in this story by underlining them with a highlighter. Go to the next page. Okay, you should be on number 11. This is the comprehension portion. The directions say read each question, fill in the circle next to the best answer. Oops, sorry guys. Let's go to number 11. John is different from his brothers because he does not care about becoming rich, likes to eat, leaves home for a long trip. Go back, find your answer, highlight. Make sure you pause this when you go back. Number 12. How are Andy and Nick alike? They both want to be rich. Oops. They both find gold. They both like to eat. Number 13. All three brothers are alike because they all think that home is the best place to be. They all want to marry Barbara. They all leave home on a long trip. Remember, go back and find your answers in the story on the prior page. Number 14. Andy and John are different because one is nice and one is mean. One is youngest and one is oldest. One works hard and one is lazy. Go back, find your answer, highlight it, then come back to this. Okay, and now number 15. Which event happens to all three of the brothers? So it happens to all of them. Each one marries a beautiful girl. Each one finds riches. Each one wants to find his way home. Okay, make sure you go back, find those answers, and then fill these in. Go to the next page, the writing portion. Okay, you should be on this page with the written response to the selection. Okay, I'm reading this part right here. This is the question you're going to answer. And these are all the things that you should be doing. We'll go over them in a moment. So the question says, look back and write. Look back at pages 324 and 325. Go ahead and pause. Go get a book and come back and play. What does the mouse mean by one good turn deserves another? Provide evidence. That means find something from the story that helps you to answer that to support your answer. So now we're going to use the list in the box to below to help you write. So the first thing you need to make sure you do is explain what the mouse means by one good turn deserves another. Once you do that, check. All right, the next part says use words such as first, next, and then to tell what happened in the correct order. Make sure you use those three. Do that, check. Use details from the story to support your writing. Go back and find something from the story to help you. Check once you do that. And try to use correct spelling, capitalization, punctuation, grammar, and sentences. Once you do that, check. All right. Go to the back and I'll help you start your sentence. It might already be started on your page. So the question was asking, what does one good turn deserves another mean from the story? So to start your sentence, it should be, okay, I'm going to type it since I don't have my stylus here. So the sentence should start with one good turn deserves another means. And then I want you to fill in that blank. Blank, 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 blank. What does it mean? Tell me. Remember what we talked about? Think about what I talked about when I go and get coffee. Alright, once you are done, turn this into the turn in basket, and then you can get on Epic Books. Oh, and also make sure your name is on the top. I need to know whose test this is. So put your name on your paper. Make sure it's there.